Let's talk Brock Purdy. We have to give an honest assessment of what Brock Purdy has done in the playoffs, not just today. Brock Purdy has been a lot of things in the playoffs. He's been clutch. He's been better in the second half than the first half. He's gotten extremely lucky with some dropped interceptions, at least 4. And he hasn't been good. Now, being good doesn't really matter because he's won. But he's been in the NFC. This feels a lot like the 2019 run to the Super Bowl because he's playing better than Jimmy did that year, but he's not playing well. He's not carrying the Niners. They're carrying him. And he's being a little reckless. We talked about it all week. The Lions are not a good pass defense. The best they can do is flood that intermediate area of the field from 10 to 20 yards, put as many people in that area as possible, and dare freaking Brock to throw there. And he did, and he threw a pick. We told you that that was going to happen, and he did it. And he corrected. Give Brock Purdy credit. He makes these mistakes. He corrects. He doesn't do it twice. As opposed to Jordan Love or Jared Goff. Also, the scrambling is a huge issue. He's really good at scrambling. He should do it more. The Niners' best play on offense in this game, all game, was him scrambling. And I think that's an underrated part of what makes him so good. I don't think people compare him to like Tom Brady and Kurt Warner. Those guys were statues. If you're going to compare Brock Purdy to someone, it has to be someone very mobile. I mean, he had a play today where he shrugged off a sack, ran around. Like, the only other guy that makes that play consistently in the NFL is Lamar Jackson. And I'm not comparing Brock Purdy to Lamar Jackson, but he has an elusiveness that is completely underrated. Teams need to prepare for it. Teams come in hot, trying to blitz him and just whiff. So it's like people compare him to Drew Brees. He's a much better athlete than Drew Brees ever was. Not a better quarterback. Drew Brees had the quickest release, was the most accurate. Purdy's got a ways to go. Like, Drew Brees didn't become Drew Brees until he was 28. Maybe Brock Purdy will be that at some point. But right now, wow, what an athlete. Asked after the game about this, Purdy scrambling, Kyle said it was the difference between them winning and losing this game. And I bet you the Lions, after trying to talk themselves into Jared Goff for the last 3 years, I think he's a free agent, are going to be thinking like, hey, man, can we really – is this as far as we can go with Jared? Let me tell you something, Detroit. The answer is yes. That's the farthest you can go with Jared Goff. Cut bait. Do not pay him a lot of money. Draft a quarterback. You drafted Hendon Hooker this year. Give him a shot. Draft a quarterback. Let someone else pay Jared Goff $35 million a year. That's not going to work out well for you. But again, we don't care about the Lions. They are what you call history. Good luck. Thanks a lot with your grit. But, I mean, look at it a couple of ways. The Niners are in the Super Bowl, and Brock Purdy hasn't played well in the playoffs yet. That's cool. And the Niners are in the Super Bowl, and they have to play a real team from the AFC, and Brock Purdy is not playing well. And the Chiefs have a much better defense than the Lions and the Packers. Can we just point that out, too? Like, the last 2 weeks, everyone was saying, hey, man, no sweat. Niners are going to win by a ton. These teams can't defend. Green Bay, Detroit. Well, they found a way to keep Brock in check. What is Kansas City going to do? They just made the MVP of the league look like a high school quarterback. So, yeah, clutch, fortunate, lucky, so-so at best. He can play a lot better. We've seen him do it.